Good morning, Aquarius. How you guys doing? How you doing, darlings? My soul tribe. Hope everybody is well. I'm a couple minutes early. Ah, I was tired. Normally I do you guys every day. I'm telling you, I was tired. Then I was up, putting up my TV in my room. Forget all that. Let's start with you guys. Hope everybody's doing well. We're going to thank my ancestors, my spirit guides, my higher self, the divine, for bringing us these messages, okay? So, Aquarius, I always like to do a little pre-shuffle, all right? Have sage burning. All right, first card I got was the Oracle, the Wisdom Oracle is Observer. Some of you guys are an observer. That's what Aquarius is known to be. Like, we'll just watch people. Me and my brother used to do a game. We used to go to the mall every weekend and just watch people and crack jokes on them. I know that's wrong. Hi, Phoenix Rising, Grand Rising, Mama. So you are very much an observer, okay? But the thing is, somebody is also observing you. And it is not the normal person or past, them too, but that's what I say, everybody got their eyes on you, Aquarius. But you have someone in particular that is at a higher status watching you. They're very intrigued about you, Aquarius, okay? Some of you guys could be in the public eye. If you're not, you are now. Okay, somebody's watching him. And they are seeing how much you are a star, how much you are rising, how much you are a true celebrity. Okay, so somebody's watching you, and you're very much an observer, a watcher, right? You also know when it's time to go. Sorry, that was the observers at the bottom of the deck. Okay? Some of you guys might be stargazers. Have a telescope. Watch everything that goes on so you can understand. Like, you might be what they call an astronomer. Okay? Or that's one of your hobbies. That's something that you like to look into. So you can realize what's going up above. Because as above, so below. As within, so without. Right? So again, some of you guys are very much an observer. And the download I got yesterday was somebody is watching you. And this is not a normal person. This is somebody like of high status. Also, what I heard of the Galactic Federation. Some of you guys have gifts. And if you're so keen onto them gifts, the CIA and all the people will watch you. Because they like to use them people, okay, for other reasons. They like to incorporate them people into their jobs, into their career. So you're being watched. Also, some of you guys are a watcher. And because you need to know when there is a time to go. So some of you guys were in a situation where you just sat back and you just watch things unfold. You just watch people do what they did and what they was going to do. That way you can see who you need to be around with and who you need to cut off. As you see, this lady is running towards the door. And you're seeing the stardust behind her. She's running towards a new opportunity, a new door. That looked like it's a little foggy. It might have been unclear. But once you've seen what you had to see, you could not unsee it. Okay? Hey. That wasn't there. Some of you guys were dealing with the unfinished symphony. Music that would not stop. It was ongoing. Okay? But what you are getting keen to is the tune of your own heart. Is the tune of your own goals. Your own magic. Okay? And again, you knew when to chop wood. You knew when to say it's enough is enough. I have to go. I got to go. And you did. Okay? You knew when it was time to go. Because like I said, you observed what you needed to see. You saw what you saw. And you can't unsee it. All right? So let's get into the tarot. All right. Thank you, ancestor spirit guides. My audience here, thank you very much. Are you Miss Cleo? All right, let's see what's going on here for Aquarius. What is currently Aquarius energy right now? What is going on? Thank you, ancestor spirit guides. What's going on with Aquarius? You better go lay down. Ten of Swords. Somebody tried to ruin you. But what you understood and what you understand and overstand, it's an ending. It's an ending of people trying to ruin your life. It's an ending of you allowing people in your life that wants to ruin you. It's also an ending of you ruining yourself by staying in places too long, by being around people that you don't need to be in, lower frequency. Okay? So again, Ten of Swords is an ending. Okay? And with endings, there are new beginnings. So again, some of you guys put an end of situations that were ruining you, ruining your good nature, ruining your heart, your soul. Ten of Wands, 10-10. Some of you guys could be seeing 10-10. You know, you had people that were giving you their extra burdens, their extra responsibilities. They wanted you in oppression. You were oppressed at one time because you were staying in places that you were unwanted. You were unappreciated. You were not seen. Okay? So you could have been at a place where you hit rock bottom. And this really made you very depressed, oppressed. You felt like there was no way out. You had so much things going on. Okay? Two of Wands. But what you started to do was dominate your own life. You started to make plans, decisions to go another direction. And it was based off of that fire that was ignited in you, that passion. Whatever you was passionate about. Maybe you was passionate about getting out of ruin, lifting these extra responsibilities that you knew that were not yours. Because like I said, you observed situations. You looked at people, situations, and you knew that it was not you. A lot of it was them. But because you were in this situation, and a lot of us are empaths and empathic, you was observing this energy. So it was becoming you. Okay? And you knew that's not who you are. In your soul, in your spirit, in your heart. Okay? Seven of Discs. You could have went through a lot of things that failed. Situations that you planted seeds in, that you was waiting for to harvest. You were trying to be patient and wait for others to get on the same team or get on the same boat. You invested into a lot of people. Okay? And it might have failed. It might have fell apart. Y'all know I love my tea in the morning. So a lot of things fell apart. But what fell apart made you come together. Like I always say, there's no L's around here. We take lessons, not losses. And like I said, you started to boss up. You started to control yourself, your power back. Some of you guys are fathers and mothers. But what you did was focus on your foundation. The foundation of your soul. The foundation of who you are. And again, you called your power back. Some of you guys are entrepreneurs. You started to focus on your passion, your business, your life. Okay? Your children. Five of Swords in reverse. Again, you were not participating in any more mind games. No more people being jealous of you, one-upping you, challenging you. Again, you did not accept defeat. You did not accept no defeat. Because whatever you did, you worked through it. You managed through it. Like I said, you observed. So you were 10 steps ahead of the game anyway. All right? Show me more. Show me the higher self for Aquarius. Some of you guys might have been in fear of stepping out of your comfort zone. You were dealing with people that were, like we keep saying and singing, that were doing a lot of things behind the dark, that was hiding secrets, okay? These people were operating out of their shadow because they don't know no better. They don't know about their higher self. They refuse to do the work to tap into their higher self. They were repressing their emotions. You could have been repressing your emotions, not paying attention to your intuition. All right? Show me more, Spirit. But what you continue to do was work on yourself. Things were not happening at the pace that you wanted to happen. But again, you have to plant the seeds. And again, because you were planting the seeds and things were not coming into fruition, you almost gave up. But again, like I said, you would not accept defeat. You are a warrior by spirit. So you kept fighting. And with the Knight of Pentacles, you kept working and putting in that time. Again, you see this person is in now a harvest. They're in the harvest. So you kept at it, right? Things were slowly coming into progress. But again, some of you guys did not want to have the patience. And what you learn from situations and watching other people, observing that you had to have patience. Like when you go out there and plant a seed, it don't sprout up just like that. It takes time for it to grow. You have to water it, fertilize it. You have to do all this work. And some of you guys are very much hard workers. And you had to keep that mental in tune with who you are and what you want to come into fruition. Things weren't going to happen overnight. Over a moon cycle, it takes time. Slowly but surely. 9 of Pentacles. Again, with that, put in that hard work, you're starting to see the gain. You have to be strong about yourself, very confident, very wise, very knowledgeable, very independent, not codependent, because you didn't know who you can trust. Who can you trust if you're observing somebody stabbing you in the back, giving you their burdens? You were dealing with people that was coming and telling you their problems, always whining and crying to you when you had your own to bear. When you were struggling, people want to now tell you about their struggles. They wanted you to be more suppressed into their issues than your own. Very selfish into people. Very codependent. Like I said, some of you guys are empathic. Some of you guys soak up other people's energy. And you're very much open-hearted and helpers. We are the humanitarians for a reason. You better go eat that food and get out of here. Get. So again, you started to gain. You started to gain that confidence. Gain that self-assurance. Because you know you still wanted to work on your life. And you got somebody watching you get through everything that is thrown at you. And again, this is causing them inner turmoil. It is causing them strife because they wanted that for your life. Okay? 5-5 here. Changes that were needed but are uncomfortable. Okay? Whoa. All right, what does this have to do with Aquarius? What that you don't see coming? All right? Yeah, these are people that took a foolish risk with handling you. Okay? They took a foolish risk with handling you, trying to bring strife and oppression and depression in your life, trying to keep you in struggle. Trying to keep you down. You can't keep a good person down for long, period. Again, but you changed. You started, again, head over heart. The Orbis, okay? You started to realize, you know, you were certain people's karma. Okay? And you had infinite possibilities going on with you if you changed. If you really looked into, hold on, the dog is child. This dog. You should have went outside and peed the first time. Alright. When you work on yourself, when you started to work on your self-mastery, from the 7 to the 8 of Pentacles, you started to work on your self-mastery and you change. And that's what a lot of people are starting to see, that you change. You were no longer investing in people that you could not trust, people that wanted to play mind games with you with the Five of Swords, people that always had a lot of drama and chaos going on around them, within them, outside of them. So again, you observed all this, and you took it in and you changed for the better. Or you are, okay? With the 8 of Pentacles, you start to work on your own roots, your harvest, your self-mastery. You're hard at work, okay? Because you know you want things to come into fruition. You have goals. Again, you knew when it was time to go. You were dealing with people that was operating out of lust. They were operating out of lust, okay? How this is the Justice card, I have no idea. But you made sure things were balanced and fair. You were dealing with lawless people, criminals, all right? People that just had reckless behavior. People, like I said, that was very insecure. They wanted you to feel insecure about yourself, your creativity, what you were building, who you were. They wanted to throw you out of alignment, Aquarius. They wanted you to be disconnected from the divine, all right? Show me more. And now these are the same people watching you in your happiness. We're headed towards it because the 8 of Cups walks towards the 9 of Cups. They see you are, self-refreshing, self-motivating, not codependent. You're in a place of isolation and solitude, and you're happy. You're not around a whole bunch of other people. You're okay with being by yourself because that's where you can hear your downloads. That's where you can get aligned. And that's where you can get connected more to source. Out there freezing. Crazy dog. Get in here. Like I said, you start to work with yourself, work with others. Some of you guys might have a job where you're a part of a team. Again, some of you guys might have gotten a new opportunity, a new job. You started to learn something new. Again, so you can get out of feeling like you were stuck, like you was at rock bottom. You might have had a job that ended. You might have been into a career that was oppressed, that was oppressing you. You might have been around a lot of chaotic people at a job. Because a lot of this has money. Okay? I do too. Like Nina Simone, ain't nothing like it. I'm so happy in my solitude. And that's what people was misguided about you. They didn't understand the true Aquarian nature. We love being alone. Where a lot of people need other people for validation. A lot of people need other people to go out. I take myself out on dates. Okay? Every Friday, now that I got a man, every Friday I used to go to Dave & Buster's. I would go to different places. I love steakhouses. I take myself out on a date. And it is the most peaceful because you ain't got to worry about paying for nobody else. You ain't got to worry about the conversation because, when you sit there sometimes, sitting at the bar, people flock to you. And like I said, somebody's watching you besides the people from the past that try to have you oppressed, chaotic, depressed, stuck, defeated. They're watching you overcome all these obstacles that they threw at you. You also have somebody at high status watching you. Like I said, they might want you on their team. They might want you to be in this new career path. They might want you, but we're going to find out who it is and what they want. Show me more for Aquarius. Let's just get some more light, guys. Don't be a stalker on here watching and not liking. 2 of Swords. Again, you have peace. You might have been stuck in your mind at one time, not making a decision about a person, about people. But right now, you are okay being stagnant. Somebody wanted you to be stuck in your mind about them, about what you needed. But right now, like I said, with the nine of cups and the 2 of swords, you're okay being right now very stuck, very stagnant. Because you know you're not stuck. You know you're not stuck. But right now you might be in limbo because you're at a place of peace and contentment. And you know, being around others, sometimes, it just really, like I said, you have to take a deep breath a lot of times, okay? But again, some of you guys might need other people on your team to do what you need to do. Yeah, stop lurking. Stop lurking and hit that like button. It don't cost nothing. Like I said, some of you guys have to learn something new. You might be on a new job adventure. Not job venture, job career. Again, but you learn from your failures. You learn from your past. Again, this is helping you renovate yourself. Somebody also wanted you to be stuck in your head about who they were. And whether you should let go from them, if you should detach from them. No, once we're going, we're going. And yet we may take time to reflect on what we've been through, but we know we're never stuck. You're on a whole new venture. And you had to learn something new. For a lot of you guys, you were at rock bottom. So you realized you had to learn a new trade, a new trick, okay? A new endeavor, because you had to go to through a whole new door for yourself. Okay? Whoa. Prince of Swords. Like I said, you got somebody watching you, studying you. They're watching you, studying you. Okay? Why are they watching Aquarius? This could be somebody from this new career path. This could be somebody. This definitely could be a water sign. This could be somebody from your past. This could be somebody that treated you like an option. Okay? Brought you nothing but a whole bunch of debauchery. Okay, just so you know, it says it right there. They wanted you confused about their love offer, what they was bringing to you as love, okay? But it was nothing but confusion. It was nothing but a headache, a whole bunch of emotions going everywhere. You better lay down. The dog drives me crazy. I always want to run the streets. The dog. Okay, this person brought you nothing but a lot of debauchery. Okay, confusion, had you all up in your emotions. One day they were the best thing ever. The next day they were confusing. They had a lot of emotional imbalance going on with them. So they projected that onto you. Four of Swords. Like I said, you started to observe. You started to really see this person for who they was and what they was doing. Now this person is very much in a rest. They're watching you because they see the truth within you and what you are and who you were and what you were seeing. Because whatever you were saying has came true. Whatever they observed, they might have chosen somebody over you. They might have had a lot of options. Like I was saying, they was playing confusing games. Go sit down with your emotions. Very emotionally immature. But now they want to come apologize and give you some little love offer because that's all they have. All right? That's all they have. But they see the truth about. What do they see the truth about? For Aquarius. Oh, whoa. About their love. Cancer energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. About their love. About your love. How empathic and understanding you were and are. The person that you are. because they were told some different things with the Page of Swords. They were given some false information about you. But the thing is that they listened. Hi, Deborah. They listened. Okay? They listened to this. They was told to come up against you, confuse you, have you all up in your emotions. Wow. You can't make it up, guys. But now they see you. They got a whole new view, whole new perspective of you, that you truly are this empress. You are a master builder, whether you're feminine or masculine. You pay attention to your intuition. You also have an open heart that you give to others, even where you might be at fault. Even when you're going through things, when you're at rock bottom, you're still able to give and support others when they were not doing this to you. So now somebody feels very much underwater about their emotions, very stagnant, very stagnant. They're in limbo because they're watching you rise. They're watching you create. They're watching you get into alignment. They're watching you build. Very self-confident as well. Who else is watching Aquarius? Who else is watching Aquarius? Could have a fire sign. Like I said, you got somebody watching you that has to deal with your passions. Like I said, it's a new career, a new job. This is somebody that's also passionate about you. This could be a secret admirer. Whatever is going on, there is a lot of shocking news. You are shocking people. You're crumbling their beliefs, their foundation, whatever they thought they knew about you. You're crumbling all that. Okay? Because you're stepping out and showing the world the real you, who you are, how gifted you are, you can't make it up. Your intuition, how you do have that sacred knowledge, how smart you are, how wise you are, how in tune and tapped in you are. Well, you freak me out. How about that? That's that power. That's that gift you have. It is shocking people. They're watching you turn into everything that you said you would. Like I said, for a lot of you guys, you observe the situation and you're walking through a door. They're looking at also how you're stepping in this divine feminine energy. Whether you are a masculine or a feminine, you're stepping in that intuition. You're stepping in what you know, that sacred knowledge. And again, you don't tell everybody. You don't have to. Some things you have to hold key to your heart and move accordingly, right? Like chess. So they watching you become this master builder. They're watching you manifest the things that you want in your life because you work hard at it. You planted these seeds. Yeah, you had to do some adjustments. Okay? You also are getting rid of your bad karma. You have paid your karmic debt. Ending cycles and taking names later. You are aligned with the universe. Okay? You're closing out cycles. Some of you guys are very worldly, very knowledgeable, very, like I said, world travel. You go places, you do things. You're known around the universe. Somebody's watching you. Like I said, that what I said earlier, the Galactic Federation, okay? People that are in tune with the higher organization, you can't make it up. It could be something from religion, a church, an organization. It could even be a secret society. Watching that, you know, you're not arguing with people. You're not hearing this fake communication. They're lies with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Some of you guys were dealing with very narcissistic evil people that had a contract to come against you. Okay? They had a contract to put your intuition into fogginess, to cloud your judgment, to put you in strife. But what do? You adapt. You change. You redirect it. You adjust. You adjust to any situation you're put in. Long as it is not keeping you oppressed, depressed, stuck, stagnant, and you rose above it. That's what they did not know or really study about you, Aquarius, until it was too late. Now they want to study it. But like I said, you got somebody that is at high status watching you, wanting you to be on their team. They might want you on a spiritual team, a spiritual contract. Okay? This is somebody, this is somebody of power, of great power. Wow. This could be somebody wanting to offer you a home. But just be very careful about this offer when it does come in. You're going to have to strategize how you're going to work with this situation if you take it on. It is somebody definitely that works for all the 4 elements. Okay? 555 is here as well. There is going to be a significant change in your life. Like I said, they see this here with the Queen of Swords. Like I said, this is a new venture. This is something that's going to bring you some money. Okay? But again, here with the Queen of Swords, again, she's off with their heads. They know you don't play about you. They know that you've been through a lot of debauchery. They know that you've been through a lot of BS, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of trauma, a lot of adversity, challenges. And the way that you overcame these situations, the way that you maneuvered these situations when they were destined to destroy you, the way you overcame them, it needs to be studied. And somebody has been studying you. Besides these people in the past that tried to oppress you, that tried to destroy you, you got somebody at a high hierarchy status watching you. They want you to be on their team. Judgment. It could be Scorpio. All right? Somebody's worried. Again, these people in the past, they're going through a lot of karma. They're definitely under judgment for what they have done. Like I said, this came over here, especially this past lover. This past lover, like I said, this past lover was dealing with their ego. They were very arrogant. Now they feel like they have the strength. Now they want to be brave. They want to come towards you and confess some type of love, apologize. They also want to give you some type of information. But with the Knight of, what I tell you? Now they want to bring you some type of love offer. Ace of Cups. But like I said, they're very much, and the truth, they're very much afraid because you have been in warrior spirit. You had to put your guard up with this person. You might have even had to fight this person. This person put you in like a trauma bond. You was always defending yourself. Okay? You was always defending yourself. Also defending them. And they went and did nothing but backstabbed you. They backstabbed you. Now they want to come in with the swiftness. Because all of a sudden, they woke up one day and they have a lot of passion for an Aquarius. Tower again. You are shocking people by what you're doing. You crumbled their foundation, their belief system. You crumbled what they were doing when they were listening to others. What I tell you? This person is obsessed. You got all eyes on you, Aquarius. But again, like I said, they're keen on you and your intuition. You're very knowledgeable. You're very wise. And you said some things. Yeah. You said some things. They want to come out of being rejected. They might have rejected you. Ghosted you. Rejected what you was telling them. Okay? But now they're in their emotions. They want to come out of that. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. They also see you getting big bank. From all that investment, all that knowledge, all that wisdom, all that hard work, you're getting what? You're getting big rewards. Or you're in it now, or it's coming in. I just know I got the greatest text from my lawyer this morning. They're under judgment, heavy judgment. They're getting karma as you're getting dharma. Again, because you spoke up about some things and you cut certain people out after observing them. Like I said, you couldn't unsee what they have done, what they were doing, how they were treating you, how they backstabbed you, right? And you went a whole new direction. You went a whole new direction. You took a risk on yourself. You led with blind faith of yourself, a whole new journey. You went through a whole new door. You said, it's time to go. It is time to go. Okay, 77 people here, 19 likes. Come on. Don't be a lurker. Don't be a lurker. Show me more for Aquarius. People watching you for social media. Somebody threw you out like trash. Treated you like trash. When they know they was the one that's trash. Right? But they want to hold on to your energy. Spirit said they saving money to come in because they want to come give you a gift. What I tell you, somebody's watching you. Always watching you on social media. It's this trash box. All right? But the Most High allowed the situation to unfold because people did not treat you the way they should have treated you when you were in their energy. The Most High stepped in. Again, with the Queen of Swords. They're observing you now. Because you sat back and you observed them. You might have spoken some things, said some things. Because the Queen of Swords talks. The King of Swords don't. But they thought you was a liar. They thought you was delulu. They thought you were crazy. They thought you was all up in your emotions. No, you were speaking facts. You were speaking your wisdom, your ancient wisdom. Some of you guys have ancient wisdom. You don't even know where you get it from. Now they're in their head. They can't sleep at night. They're having nightmares. They're being haunted by what they've done, who they listened to. They were listening to a fake high priestess, someone that didn't, but they seen you getting attention. You're having victory. You're having victory. You're getting praises. You're getting accolades. You're glowing. You're shining. You're rising up. And they're seeing it. And they're missing it. They feel like, again, now they want to change. But they were juggling you with others. They were juggling, listening to others. Very much was sleeping on you. Again, they chose wrong. Some of you guys had downloads. I know I did. About this lover, about these people, what was going on. Spirit was coming to you directly. Spirit was coming to you directly about what these people were doing. And again, diverted your focus onto them and what they was doing and focus on your 10 of Pentacles. Your legacy wealth, your money. They're also watching that, Aquarius. They're watching you rise. They're watching you get attention. They're watching you glow up at a new job, at a new career. Some of you guys got legal matters with these people, with this person. And they're worried. Because it is going to go in your favor. It is not going to go in their favor. Say if they stole. Say if they did some hacking. They forged your name. It's going to go in your favor. And there is evidence of it. Some people are so dumb. Whatever you do online, even the hacking, there is a digital tracking. There's a digital footprint. I love when we come out in our own reading. You're the star. You are your own celebrity. Some of you guys, if you are trying to be a celebrity, you're getting that attention. You're getting that attention. Because people see that you're pouring into yourself. They see that you're healing, you detach, You're focused on your glow up. You're walking in your path, your purpose. And you have not once given up the faith. You're remaining and always remaining hopeful no matter what you were dealing with, because you knew you were dealing with a hater. From all the observation you was looking at and watching, you knew that you were dealing with a hater. Whether it was a lover or a friend or a family member, you knew that you were dealing with a hater. And now they also are watching and being mad. Your lover listened to other people, and now they're mad that they listened because they treated you like trash. A karmic, a low vibrating, smelly person. They made a deal with the devil, low vibrating energies. Okay, this hater. Could be a Capricorn. Or have Capricorn in their chart. Or you do. But again, somebody made a deal with a hater, someone that was very jealous, envious, okay, of you. And again, like I said, you had to move on. You might have had to call the police on these people, on this person. Several times with the number 7. But again, Spirit moved you out of there fast. Because they knew once you got out of that situation, you were going to blossom. You were going to have triumph. You were going to have success. What I just say, as the Most High moved you out of this situation, pushed you out of it fast. Some of you guys had to move. They might also been hating off of your car. Some of you guys have a luxury car. Okay? Now they're very much in remorse and regret. They're sad. They're disappointed. Because now they recognize how connected you are to Source. Because they steady watching, even though they hating, even though they can't stand you, and hate is a strong word. This person that they went and listened to is a hater. Is a copycat. Wanted the destiny swap with you. But nothing that God ordained can be touched. Not the work that you've done on yourself. Not the sacred knowledge that you have. You dummies. Yeah, they don't want to cycle to end because they're in remorse, regret, sadness. We already had the world card upright for you, Aquarius. They don't want to cycle to end because they're going through a lot of karma. What'd I tell you? They threw black magic your way, talk bad about you, negative energy. Now they want to return. The audacity to want to return to somebody. Somebody could also be watching you from a secret society like, wow, how did you escape all this? Ace of Wands. And build a whole new life for yourself. Because you're creative, you're knowledgeable, you're wise, you're experienced. You have intuition, you have powers. You're in alignment. They wanted you in mental defeat, mental chaos. You were dealing with cowards. People that were lawless. People that, again, very arrogant. Trapped in their pride and their ego. Okay? And these people are not innocent. They're not innocent. They know what they've done. They know what they did. They also know that you know. They know that you know. Now they feel very foolish. But you want to newer and better. Like I said, these people were energetic vampires. They wanted to drain you of your knowledge, of your essence, your soul, who you was. They wanted to put you through so much stuff that you were exhausted, that you could not create, that you could not go to work, that you could not follow your passions. They really tried you. Now they watch you. Now they watch you. Any more for Aquarius? It is burdening them. You can't make it. The Most High keeps wanting to pop out. So we just pop it out. All right, Spirit, just pop it out. I know you better eat that food. Your prayers, your affirmations, everything has been answered. That's right. The best revenge is your paper. And we got that reading the other day. Because you are divinely guided, divinely protected. And again, this has led you, like I said earlier, to have patience. To have patience with your life. Because the divine is working everything out for you. You ain't got to do much but sit back and look pretty and continue working on yourself. Continue getting on your knees in the good way, okay? And again, continue ending these cycles. Surrender things to the Most High. To the God within you. To your spirit team. Because they got your back. All right, 73 people here, 29 likes. Come on, guys. Are you these haters? Now look what's going on with these people. Same thing we got in the beginning. We're ending with it. The Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Why? Because you're sitting back, resting, relaxing, gaining all the wishes and the love and the abundance that you want. And this is causing them betrayal. Now they feel betrayed. Definitely this lover feels betrayed that he listened to this person that just wanted to be like you, be you, siphon your energy. He now realized this person was a liar, a hater. Now he's realizing, he or she is realizing this person was nothing but the devil themselves. A karmic, toxic, wanted them in bondage. And they invested time in this stupid person. Okay? While you over here getting good news, going in a whole new direction, and you're happy. Because you walked through that door. You were dealing with a gold digger, a leech, a lurker. Somebody that was broke. Mentally, physically, and emotionally. This was somebody that wanted you to give to them. They felt entitled to your energy, your money, your sources. How dare these people, like, for real? All right? Yeah. These people were working together. These were friends. Now this person wants to reconcile only because they see that you're getting great fortune. Great fortune. Yeah, lurking on the live as well. 75 people, 31 likes, thumbs ups. Again, they could not destiny swap with you. They could not end what is in your Akashic records. Spirit said he was spying on that as well. Trying to destiny swap with you. Trying to get what is yours. But they can never. Now you have people want to reconcile with you. Like I said, you're gaining new friends, a new soul tribe. They're watching you glow up. They're watching you rise. Some cards. Again, like I said, there's evidence out there about this fool. Law enforcement's watching them, watching you as well, because they've been telling people that you do this, you do that, and you ain't doing none of that. So again, by them trying to expose you, is exposing them. They're trying to avoid the 12. You were dealing with people that had a criminal history. And for some of you guys, you didn't even know it. You're separated from this person. These people. You separated yourself. You are spending time alone in silence. And they're longing for you. This could have been even people in your family. This could have been somebody that was in their family. They were trying to build a foundation with somebody else, but you're someone feeling safe. You could be around your family. Could have left this person that had a lot of secrets and went towards your family. Somebody now wants to be devoted to you after having all these secrets. They're also keeping this a secret, that they want to come back towards you, Aquarius. They're keeping this hush-hush away from this third party. away from this group of friends. They're afraid of being judged, being exposed. This person has a lot of hidden secrets. It could be a gal or a guy. Again, this was a twin flame that treated you like trash. They're trying to throw out evidence, get rid of evidence. Somebody really can't stop smiling with you. They also realized when they were with you, they couldn't stop smiling. They saw how devoted you were to them. Okay? You was focused on their happiness. Now this person is very much in denial. They're also in denial that you're going to deny them. They feel like they still have a little inch of hope of getting you back. We are in Mercury retrograde. All right? Yeah. But this person was a snake. What they say is a snake only sheds its skin to become a bigger snake. So that's a hard no. Like somebody said, that's a hard no. All right? Absolutely not. This person was not facing the truth until they got into it. Until this person started doing black magic on them. Love magic, poison in their food. They try to do all this to you, Aquarius, but you avoided it. Like Neo in the Matrix. This person is a walking contradiction. They would say one thing and do another. Like I said, authority. Take on the role of a leader and everyone will respect you. Be self-confident. I feel like this is what you're already doing. You're already doing this, Aquarius. People watching you. You could be having somebody in the, like I said, in a high authority that's watching you as well. Your love life is changing, okay? Free from problems and money troubles. Enjoy the passion of love. Love and be loved. Your love life is changing. We got that the other day as well. Just like a piggyback or other readings. You got mind power, Aquarius. You got mind power. You are that high priestess. Use your intelligence. Analyze data, logic, and think rationally. Like I said, you are an observer. That's what we are. That's who we are. And people are so dumb. You don't think that we can see you? We know what you're doing. Every time you're packing up your bags, doing a full moon, new moon, half moon. You dummy. These people were not very intelligent at all. Where Aquarius is known to be very intelligent. 10 steps ahead. We invented half of the shit. Some of the things we say are coming into fruition now. You lend a helping hand. You was helping people when you were down and out. When you were broke. When you were struggling. Now it's time to go on a vacation. I know that's right. Me and my boo gonna go on a vacation. Again, some of you guys are getting a perfect fit of a job, a relationship. Now this person is missing you like you were their perfect fit. Okay, but you fumbled us. You wanted to listen to somebody that was karmic, smelly, low vibrational, low frequency. You wanted to listen to your family, friends. Somebody that was jealous. Look at this devil card. Somebody that might have green eyes, green with envy. Okay? Somebody that was doing black magic on you and the collective. Again, yeah, you got your limitations, Aquarius, and you know your limits. Fear and doubt limit freedom in action. Let go of your worries. You already know that. You don't have no worries. You let go of these worries. All right, guys, I'll be back tonight to do Pisces love reading. So I will see you guys tonight. Some of you guys anyway. Hope you hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button some more. We got 79 people, 34 likes. I love you for being here. Thank you, Phoenix Rising. I love you guys. Please remember, be you. Love you. Don't want to be anybody else. All right? Be you. Love you. All right. Well, you're going to have to come back. I'm going to do a day where I do readings. They're not going to be free. They're going to be like $1 or $2, okay? But for one question only, I'm going to probably do that or Saturday or Sunday, all right? Probably Sunday night, all right? So please look out for that. I will post it. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I love you. Remember, be you, love you. It is the highest vibration of all. Bye now.